What is up, everybody? This is Rain. Welcome to the 21st installment of my monthly series titled Talking with This Rain. If you're new to this channel, because I did notice that I got a couple new subscribers, welcome, by the way. If you're new, this is basically where I just, chill here behind some, gameplay footage, and I just talk to you guys about what's going on in my life, what's going on in my channel, and, just what's going on in general. If somebody's, stalking me right now, this is like a great source of information, because I'm literally telling you everything that's going on. So if you want to stalk somebody, you should start stalking me because, obviously I'm not very careful about what I say in my YouTube channel. Okay. But, this is where I just talk and chill with you guys behind some gameplay. This is Ghost of Tsushima, and I'll probably cut to some Cyberpunk gameplay later when I'm talking about the game because I'm gonna reserve a massive portion of this video on Cyberpunk 2077 because I've been very immersed in that game as of late. All right, but first let's talk about my YouTube channel, okay? I think the previous month was honestly pretty. Oh yeah, before I do that, I'm gonna go structure this right now so that you know what to expect. All right, so I'm gonna talk about my channel, and then I'm gonna go talk about. And then, as I said in my previous Talking with This Rain video, I didn't do the guitar stuff, so I'm also going to do a massive guitar section for this. And then I'm going to talk about Cyberpunk, and I'm going to talk about the rest of the stuff I want to talk about. Alright? This should be a pretty lengthy episode, so expect this to be probably a whole hour. Okay? Alright. But first, let's talk about my channel first, okay? So, honestly, like, I didn't post that much compared to, like the past, but I'm pretty happy with this month, dude. Like I seriously thought that I wouldn't have that much time, but I actually had quite a lot of time because I had this group work going on for my assessments, and I reached out to them. Like usually I would do my assessments 2, probably even 3 weeks in advance, and I reached out to, on the second week before the due date, and nobody was responding. And as soon as we got to the final week, everybody started responding and we started doing it. So I thought I was going to be a lot more busy, but I kind of overestimated the group work, because it was like, I don't know, 2,500 words. I thought like we each had to do 2,500 words, but really we had to contribute to that total 2,500 word limit. So, I'm pretty happy with that. I did most of it, by the way. A bunch of these lazy freaking people. Like, I did more than half of that. But I'm happy it's done, and I'm hoping that I get a good freaking grade, because the majority of that grade was, me, yeah, like your ability to work in a team, and I think I did pretty fucking well in the team there, dude. Like I was literally leading all that shit, so I better get a fucking good grade, or I swear to shit. But anyways, going back to the main topic, which is my YouTube channel, I made 3 videos, 2 of them GeoGuessr, one of them's the new Phasmophobia update, and they all did pretty well. I'm not gonna lie, they all did better than I expected, and I'm happy with that. The GeoGuessr ones, I'm tapping into that new game because I watched KYR Speedy play it, and I was like, whoa, that seems fun, right? I get to flex my geography skills a little bit, so that's fun. I also have another GeoGuessr video that I may or may not upload. I probably will. Probably either before or after this video, and it's like a Halloween one, so stick around for that if you're sticking around for my videos, which I doubt you are. And then the Phasmophobia one, that got 12 views. Like usually I'd only get like 4 views for Phasmophobia videos, but I'm surprised it got 12, so that's cool. I'm also releasing another Phasmophobia video too, either before or after this one, where I explore the update into a lot more detail. Because that video doesn't really explore it that much. Like I just played Phasmophobia there, so I'm gonna go and explore it a lot more in the upcoming thing. But those 3 videos did pretty well. My previous one that's titled previous Talking with This Rain video, it's titled Accounting, Pandemic, and Many More. It did. I don't even know why people watch this, but people watch it, dude. Like, this is usually just for me. Like, I don't even put tags on this, so I just rant here. But people watch it. I don't know who watches it. I think Caleb watches it. Are you watching right now? Are you watching right now, Caleb? Hey, Caleb, are you watching right now? Okay. Either I'm annoying him right now, or he's responding, audibly. But that's my YouTube channel, alright? I got a lot. I think I got more videos done. Yeah. I think last month was the busy season. This month was kind of busy season. Like, I still got exams and shit, but I think my load is really, it's been, really alleviated since. So I'm happy with that, I don't gotta worry about all that shit. I mean, I still got a bunch of shit to worry about too. But that's gonna be reserved for the latter part. Alright, so that's the YouTube channel. What else was I? Okay. That's my YouTube channel, alright? So I'm gonna go talk about my guitar now. I'm gonna go get my shit set up before this, so I'm gonna go pause. But just to preface the guitar stuff, I learned quite a number of stuff since I can't say that I've completely perfected it. I'll try to make myself sound good for y'all, but I'm gonna be using the Rocksmith app. Speaking of Rocksmith, I need to turn on my PC right now. But I did it. I'm gonna do it on Rocksmith because I'm noticing, like, I thought, like, when I first bought Rocksmith, it was just gonna be like some, shitty Guitar Hero lookalike, but it's actually pretty, like, complex. Like, you can change your tones and everything, and it actually sounds arguably way better than my current rig right now. So that's what I'm going to be using. Okay, Rocksmith with my Yamaha Pacifica, and alright, I'm going to go do a commentary thing. I'm not going to do this, all quiet and shit, because that's going to be embarrassing considering how I can barely play guitar properly without messing up. Okay, I'll be right back. Alright, I've set up my guitar now. And okay, so what I'm going to do is, I think I may have played some of this before, but I've totally done some improvement on them. I don't think I've included this, but I've learned this forever ago, and this is the intro for the Where the Lightest version of Slow Dancing in a Burning Room by John Mayer. You already know what that sounds like if you follow John Mayer, but that's what I'm going to do, right? I learned this like back at May, and this was, I think, one of the very first solos that I've ever learned, or at least one of the most, you know what, yeah, that's actually right, because I don't know. It's a toss-up between the Rosie first solo and this one, but I think this might be the first solo I've ever learned. And this is pretty slow, It's just the start of the song. I'm gonna go play it, and I'm gonna do the start of the song, but I'm not gonna. Yeah, okay. Let's hear it. Let's hear it. Alright, that was slow dancing. I kind of messed up there towards the end, but I think that was pretty fucking perfect, dude. I think that's probably the best I can do it. If I didn't mess up, that's the best I can do it. But did you hear that? Towards the end, there was like a little tiny and I try to incorporate that because when I listened to a live version of slow dancing, it was John Mayer, and then his backup guitarist was Zane Carney. I think this was the You Don't Know How It Feels cover where it transitions to the slow dancing in a burning room. But when after John does that part, after he does those two riffs, you hear, oh, that's my phone, I'm a bad YouTuber. But you hear Zane Carney do that little tiny, little subtle thing where it goes before he starts on the verse. So, I've basically been just playing that ever since I heard it, which is cool. Okay, now this next one is gonna be another John Mayer song, of course. I think this is a John Mayer year for me, dude. Like, I've literally just been listening to John Mayer this whole year. This one is I'm Gonna Find Another You by John Mayer again. And, I've always wanted to learn this song. Ever since I heard it, it just sounded so fucking beautiful. And every time I heard people, like, make covers of it, I just felt like I just felt so jealous because it sounded so good to play it. And now I can play it. And, I'm glad I know how to play it. Okay, so this is I'm Gonna Find Another You. I don't know if I'm gonna play the whole song. Maybe just after the first verse, then I'll just end it there abruptly. Alright, but this is I'm Gonna Find Another You by John Mayer. Hopefully I can do it justice. Alright. Alright, that was I'm Gonna Find Another You. I struggled a little bit there, but the reason why this song is so significant to me is because one, it's the song I always wanted to learn, and two, this is a song that actually acclimated me to the bar chords. Because I started playing guitar around this time last year, actually, around August, September last year. It's November right now, but it's around September last year. And when I saw that there were barcodes, that was like one of the things I was most scared of, dude. Like, I seriously thought that I couldn't be a guitar player because those barcodes seemed really intimidating, And I tried, I did the little crappy bar chords, that they teach you where you bar the bottom two chords. Like for example, if you have an F chord, you bar the bottom two, not chord strings, and you do that shit. And for the most part, I do mostly like the Hendrix and Mayer style bar chords. When I'm doing like the original E shape, I mostly just put my thumb on top, and then my bottom, and then my three fingers on the strings at the bottom. Like if you play guitar, you know what I'm talking about. Mostly I do that because I found that like easiest. But I can play bar chords now, and that song like really made me get used to it because in the beginning there, there's like there's so many bar chords, dude. And I'm happy that I can do it. I'm still not perfect with it, but I can easily transition to bar chord. Like I can do them. Like I can ring out all the strings in a bar chord, and I'm pretty happy with that, dude. Like I don't even know how the fuck I do it. I think most of my progress in guitar was just me playing. Like it just happens as you play, Like this is why I don't force myself to learn songs unless I'm sure that I can learn them, because this song, like I tried to learn this song earlier this year and I couldn't do it just because of these bar chords and the confusing, little hand stuff. But yeah, I kept playing the guitar, I stuck with what I knew. I kept learning songs that I was comfortable learning, and now I can learn it, dude. So I think, with playing the guitar, I don't know, I've just been playing for a year, so take what I say with a grain of salt. But with playing this, I don't think you should force yourself to do stuff that you don't want to do and that you can't do. I think most of this stuff just comes to you if you stay consistent with how you play. But maybe I'm fucking tripping. I've only played for a year. I'm just saying this. This is just based off of my own assessment of myself. Okay, but that was I'm gonna find another you. That song is so good, man. Like jeez. I'm trying to think of another song, dude, because I do know a couple of songs, but I don't know if they're worth showing because they're pretty fucking average. Like Friends, Lovers, or Nothing. That song is pretty cool, but I don't know if that's worth showing, y'all. Hold on, let me just pause this see if I got any other songs. Yeah, I think I got a couple songs, but I don't think they're worth showcasing. Like what I did with Slow Dancing and the other songs. So I'll probably just put my mic down in between my stereos and just riff. I hope you guys can hear me because I could hear myself talking, but I don't want to play while I have my head here because when I play, if you remember, I breathe really fucking loudly when I play, and I hate fucking hearing myself breathe, and I'm pretty sure you do too. So I'm just gonna place it down here. Hold on, and I'll just talk while I play. All right? Hold on. This is gonna sound annoying as fuck. I'm probably gonna be very quiet for this part. Right, I switched to my. I don't think I've showed you guys this, but I learned the gravity intro for the Where the Light Is, where it goes. I'm not gonna play the whole thing or with a backing track, but it goes. Okay, some of those, what I just played there may or may not be in the original Where the Light Is album. You figure it out. But, I learned that, if remember Gravity, I don't think I've played it properly, because I played it in March, but I didn't actually play Gravity properly, so here's, Oxman's playing another song. But, back then I used to play it like this, where it goes. Where I force the bends, like I strum the bends, but I've learned that if you don't strum the bends, like you focus on the sustain, it sounds a lot better and a lot closer to the original. So this is how I play it now. It's probably gonna sound terrible because my fucking fingers hit other strings and it sounds fucking annoying. But here, this is what it should sound like. messed up there, but you know, you got the general idea. Yeah, I went longer than the intro there. Let me look at the phone, cause okay, friends, lovers, or nothing. This is I don't got the right tone for it, but this is what it sounds like. The intro. I'm just throwing fucking chords here, so I don't want to play that because it sounded fucking boring. Like, you know, the only good part there is the intro. Other than that, it's just strumming, you know, and if you can't sing, it doesn't sound good, and I can't sing, and I don't want to sing. And I'm gonna look at my Spotify, see if I got any other song that I can play. Oh, I actually tried to learn Stop This Train. If you remember, like, earlier this year, I was like, hey, hey, maybe I'll learn Stop This Train by the end of this year, and I don't. But, you know, I got a good start of it. It's just that picking pattern. I hope you guys can hear me. But it's that picking pattern where you slap and then strum at the same time. That's fucking me. But you know, this is what I get up to before I gave up. You know, so that's the part I got up to, but I haven't gone further from that. Because the other areas, God, dude, the one chord after this one, like after this area, is I don't know how to fucking do that, dude. So maybe in the future, but right now I can't fucking do that song, dude. Oh, and yesterday I just got to learning Untitled. I forgot what it's called. What's it called again? It's by D'Angelo, entitled "How Does It Feel." I don't know the whole thing, but I can like solo behind it, and it'll sound cool. Where it goes. This is how the song goes. Yeah, so how does it feel? That's not the whole song, but you know, it's just basically riffing on the D pentatonic, and yeah, it's riffing on it, but you know, also giving the song space to breathe. But I still need to learn that song. What's the chord again? What's the proper chord? I forgot what the proper chord is. Something like that. I don't know. I think that's it. So I'm gonna go put this headphone back in my head. Alright, that's the whole guitar section. I have learned a bunch of other stuff. I've also been learning I've fully learned what's it called? This is gonna be the segue into the next topic, which is Cyberpunk 2077. But I also learned the song that plays when you're with Pan Am in Cyberpunk. I forgot the name of the song, dude. I think it's Strangers something. I don't know, something like that. But it goes starts with an A minor, and it's in the E string is in I don't know, drop 2 steps down. I think I'm not sure actually. But that's it, alright, and Cyberpunk now. We're gonna move on to Cyberpunk. You know, I'm just gonna go close that part off, that guitar part. You know, I'm pretty fucking proud of myself, dude. Like, for 1 year, I think I did a lot of... I have done a lot of progress. And I think that was mostly because, you know, I dedicated such a massive... I'm patting myself in the back here, but it's because I've dedicated such a massive part of my earlier parts, just learning the basics, which I need to really get back into. Because at the start, dedicated like 3, 4 hours a day. Like, that's ridiculous, dude. 4 hours, 3 hours a day to playing the guitar. Because I really wanted to be able to. Honestly, like, I think I may have said this in the past. Like, the reason why I wanted to play the guitar was first to, play Joel's song, the one where he was sitting on the porch, and I already did that like within the first couple of weeks I started playing. And after that, I just wanted to sit on a porch, sun setting and playing the blues. That's why I wanted to play the guitar. And I've been able to do that, but I still got a ways to go, dude. Like, sometimes I get so pissed off at myself because of how terrible I sound. And I need to get back to the thing, because mostly, like, recently I've just been, riffing on the songs I've been knowing. I've been playing a lot of slow dancing and gravity. And, I got to get back to learning the fundamentals of guitar playing. I know the fretboard a little bit now when it comes to pentatonic. Like, I can find two shapes so that, and you can kind of tie those two together and make off the entire fretboard up until the 12th fret. So I can do that. That's how I'm able to, like, make solos and shit now. But I gotta get back to, I don't know what my goal is. I think right now, probably knowing the fretboard, knowing what to play. Because sometimes when I solo, I just get so angry at myself. Like, why the fuck are you playing that riff? That riff does not belong here right now. Like, when you mess up in guitar, it's just so fucking angry, dude. Because, you try to play with emotion, right? I guess one can argue that there's no such thing as mistakes when you're trying to play with emotion. But, there's still mistakes there. And when you're trying to play with emotion, quote unquote, you're trying to play with your heart, it gets really fucking frustrating when you make mistakes. Because you're trying to sound good, you're trying to say what's in your heart, but you can't. So I'm trying to build up my musical vocabulary in that sense, by learning what I can play, what I'm supposed to play, and all that shit. So, onwards and upwards still. I can't imagine how good I'm gonna be next year, dude. Like, at this time next year, like last year, I could barely play a chord. I could barely play a chord. I struggled with literally the G chord, the basic G chord. I struggled with that chord, and now, I can play the G chord in multiple areas. Actually, just two areas. The main chord and then the one on the 3rd fret. I need to start learning that too. I need to learn caged. Like, I know the caged principle, but I don't know how, like, people do it. Like, how people can find, for example, like the C chord anywhere. Like, I can find it on the 5th fret, with that E shape. But I want to know how the cage system works, like how you could apply it consistently. Like, if you say C chord, I can tell you 5 different shapes based on the C, A, G, E, and D shapes. Yeah, so that's my goal for guitar right now, basically building up my musical vocabulary, okay? And, alright, that's the end of the guitar section. I'm gonna move on now. That was actually pretty fast. Not gonna lie, I thought that musical section was gonna be a lot longer, but I'm happy with that. Maybe because I filtered out, what I needed to show y'all and what I don't need to show you guys. I did have that riffing session towards the end, but still. Okay, let's move on, alright? So in my notes here, let me pull it up. Okay, next notes is gaming, particularly Cyberpunk 2077. Dude, when I first purchased Cyberpunk 2077 last year on the PS4, it was a buggy mess, man. Like, I really did not like it. Like, I wasn't really, I wasn't really saying, like, I wasn't really saying that it was gonna be the best game ever, as a lot of people were saying. Like, that's really fucking stupid too. Like, I don't understand why the gaming community does that shit. Like, literally, I see a bunch of shit before Cyberpunk was released where it's like, man, this is gonna be the biggest game of all time. Like, and I think that just sets the game up for failure, because in a sense it kind of is, but it it's a good game still, but it's not the game that everybody wanted, what everybody was hyping up about. Because I really did like the game, dude. Not gonna lie, but I didn't like it when I first bought it on November last year. Last year I got up to when, I'm not gonna say any spoilers, but I got up to the earlier part of the game, up till Act 2, and I just quit for a whole year, and then I picked it up again this year, and at the beginning of October I played it on the PS4, finished it all the way through, and I was like, what the fuck, dude, this game is fucking awesome. But the PS4 port sucks ass. So I felt like I was missing out on so much areas of the game, so I bought it on the PC, and honestly, the PC is probably the most proper way to play Cyberpunk 2077 for now, unless they release it on the next gen PS5 consoles, then maybe that's good, but I don't know yet. But the PC is a lot better. I have a crappy PC, so my FPS is terrible. I have to play on low settings, and even then, the game still looks really nice, dude. But my FPS is low at times, but I really do much prefer playing on the PC than I did with the PS4, because the PS4 there's still so many glitches, dude. Like when you're in a car and someone's talking, like the dialogue would lag around and it would just ruin your immersion. But the PC, my computer can run it well in some areas, in areas where not a lot of traffic, it can run on a good, I don't know the FPS, but on a good on a good level, at a good level. But in high traffic areas like in the Aldecaldos camp, sometimes it would run terribly, but the new base that they're in, it runs good there now. But dude, oh my god. Fucking Cyberpunk, man. Another reason why I had to do that was because, oh god, this is gonna sound fucking embarrassing, dude. But, in my PS4 playthrough, I started in literally the perfect time, and that was when you first meet Panam. And dude, her story is, god, I don't think I've ever experienced a story like that in any other video game, dude. People are comparing it to The Witcher 3, so maybe it is. It is made by the same devs, but I don't know. I've never. I literally simped for Pan Am for a good couple of weeks, dude. And I don't know if that's the low in my life or she's. But yeah, dude. I think her story plus the Sinnerman story were the best side quests in the game. Even though the Sinnerman story was, it was kind of messed up, dude. I ain't gonna lie. Like oh my god, the Sinnerman quest. After I did that, dude, like, oh my god. I'm not gonna spoil it, but oh my god, that fucking quest. Like, literally, the side quests are the best parts of Cyberpunk 2077. Like, Panam's storyline and the Sinnerman storyline. I'm currently in the middle of River Ward storyline. I don't know if it's good or not yet, but a lot of people are saying good stuff about it, so I'll see. But dude, the side quests are, like, literally make the game, dude. The only reason why I played all the way through in my PS4 playthrough, despite the bugs, was because of Pan Am storyline. But like the bugs are still such a massive problem with that game. Like when I started playing on the PC, I was literally going, I was going so far into the main story without triggering a Pan Am quest. And the reason why I bought this was because so I could experience a Pan Am quest again. And she just wasn't calling me, and apparently I had to do something. Like, I did the Delamain, I went to Delamain's thing to trigger his side missions, and that did it, kind of. But for the most part, most of the side quests, or Pan Am side quests, are triggered by her calling you. So what my game did was it just wouldn't call. Pan just would not call me. Like, it would say wait 24 hours or wait 48 hours or something like that for Pan to message or call you, and she just wouldn't do it. So what I did, like, it's so fucking frustrating, but I just had to resort to replaying old saves again. Just going straight after I do her mission, like straight after doing her mission, skipping time so that it actually satisfies the time limit. So for example, if I finish the mission, it just goes, wait, whoa, I killed that horse, what the fuck, bro? But I would go like 24 hours straight after I do the mission so it triggers the phone call, and it does it for the most part. So, I think to, I don't know if this is applicable to everybody, but for me, that's what worked. So, if you're not getting Pan Am side quests, and you're watching up until now, which I don't know why the fuck you're still watching, that's how you do it. But dude, oh my god, Pan Am side quest, dude, I've never experienced anything like that in a video game before. That is so freaking good, dude. And I think CD Projekt Red would fuck up bad. They would, yeah. I don't know why they wouldn't make DLCs for that, because a lot of people want more Pan Am DLC. Dude. Like, she's literally my most favorite character besides Johnny. Yeah, besides Johnny, I can't think of any other character that I liked in the game. Johnny, maybe, yeah, I think Johnny and Panam are my two most favorite characters. That's really basic. I'm pretty sure that's everybody. But oh my god, I I'm currently in the middle of a playthrough on my PC right now. I bought it on PC. And I'm still playing. I'm like 130 hours into the game right now, like in my Steam. 130 hours, and I still haven't finished the game. I'm still gonna do the star ending. I'm still gonna do that ending because, just because. Not gonna spoil it, but I'm still gonna do the star ending just because. But I think is that it for Cyberpunk? Oh yeah, I'm gonna talk about that Sinnerman quest. Oh my god, I did not expect that at all, dude. Like when I first saw Stephenson, I did not expect it to go that way. Like it's such a morally gray area. Like the reason I think it's so good is because it's so morally gray because everybody involved in that quest is a shitty fucking person. You know? I'm not gonna say that much about it, but yeah, and it's such a fucked up thing too because when you start the game, you exit out of your apartment and you see like a bunch of these billboards that advertise what's gonna happen, and you wonder like, what the fuck? Why is that there? And then you do the quest and you start to understand like the shit, and the game changes after the quest. It's crazy. Creeps me. Those billboards creep me out too, by the way, because I watched a movie. If you know what I'm talking about, then you know. But cause I watched that movie when I was a kid, and in the really bad parts, the really gory parts, and it creeped me the fuck out. I'm not gonna lie. It still creeps me out today. I don't know. Yeah, it creeps me out. And every time I see it, though, and it's nighttime, I kind of get creeped out seeing those billboards. But yeah, it's a good it's a good quest. That Pan Am's, and I'm pretty sure there's other ones, but Pan Am's quest is the best quest I've probably ever done in a video game. Or nah, that's too much. But Pan Am's quests are really really good. They're definitely up there for my most favorite character and most favorite side quests in a video game. I'm gonna finish Cyberpunk 2077 soon though, because I've done most of the stuff. I have gorilla arms now. I'm just saving up for the leg upgrade where you can double jump, I think, or there's another one. I'm not sure, but I'm saving up for one of the leg upgrades, and I'm gonna go finish the story because I'm in the Nocturne OP55 number 2 mission now, and I'm just doing side quests at this point. I'm gonna go finish River's side quest and maybe even Judy's side quest, and I'm done. Dude, fucking Pan Am side quests made me reload so much of my saves, dude. Like I would do so much progress into the story, and then for her not to call you back, it's so frustrating. But I got her side quest done, and I'm gonna go finish this thing as soon as I get all those. But see, Cyberpunk, it's a good freaking game, man. A lot of people are complaining about the combat, and I would agree to an extent, but I don't think the combat's that bad. Like I found that how you could upgrade your cyberware. I found that really interesting. But I guess if you're just shooting people, and like the way the combat is structured, I guess I can see why people would think that it's terrible, because for the most part, combat isn't really, it doesn't actively come after you. Like you have to go to receive combat. It doesn't come after you. So I guess people's concerns are valid in that aspect. But it's freaking good, man. I freaking love Cyberpunk. I think it gets a lot of hate because a lot of people put their expectations a little too high for what the game actually is, and that's on the devs' fault, honestly, because they made trailers back in 2013. We thought that they were developing the game back in 2013. They started developing 2013, and for 2020 to roll around and the game to be that unfinished, it's fucking frustrating. Because Cyberpunk is a good game. Even at this current state, like the story is freaking It's good, man. But you can just tell that there's so many other aspects of the game that have been cut due to time constraints, like Pacifica, for example. Like that felt very, very unused. It's such a massive part of the game that just feels very empty. Pacifica. I guess this is more so a criticism from me, but I would have liked to have more dialogue options with Pan Am. God, I'm fucking obsessed, dude. But I would have liked to have more dialogue options with Pan Am after her side quest because like the fact that you build up this connection, right? On these series of it's not just Pan Am too. I would have liked to see more of Carrie. Like I would like to see more of Cesar, that guy that you give the money to. I would have liked to see more of them after their side quests. But yeah, it just fucking it just feels so empty, dude. Like you just do all these missions with this person, and then in the end, you just have the basic dialogue. It's like, wow, this person is almost like a real person, and then you finish their side quests, and then they're just like another AI in the system, and I don't know. This is something depressing about that, dude. My voice is cracked. I didn't mean my voice to crack, but I've been talking a lot. But yeah, yeah, that's Cyberpunk for me. I'm really hoping that they increase the DLCs for that game because I fucking love that game, dude. That's probably one of my most favorite games now. It's up there with The Last of Us, The Last of Us Part 2, Cyberpunk. I'm really dedicated to that game. If they release a DLC, like a major DLC that involves, an increased story, may it be with Pan Am or not, I would buy it, you know. But God, dude, I really wish they finished that shit because the side quests are nice, but God, you just can't help but feel disappointed sometimes when you look at like if you look at what could have been, you know. And the main story is really short too, which was really surprising when I first played it on the PS4. But yeah, God, I'm gonna go keep playing it. I'll get to 150 hours, then I'll finish the game. That's what I'm gonna do. All right. Uh, is that it? Is that it for Cyberpunk? I think that's it for Cyberpunk. I'm gonna. Great. Now we gotta talk about real life. Gosh. For this semester of university of my accounting course, I think I kind of overestimated how hard it is. But then again, it's the first of an undergrad program. As I said on the previous video, I'm gonna go to a master's program instead of the undergrad program because I don't know what the fuck people on Reddit are thinking. You know, like it's a 2-year program versus a 3-year program. You're gonna take a 2-year program, but yeah, if I started on my fucking oh my god, dude, if I started on my master's of professional accounting program at the start of this semester, I would have gotten the whole course done in 1.5 years from now, and that is so much closer. God, why did I listen to those people? Because when I looked online, I was looking at the stuff. There wasn't a lot of. I'm talking about. So I'm doing a bachelor's of business, majoring in accounting right now, and I'm gonna go switch to a master's of business of professional accounting. And what they were doing because not a lot of people have a professional accounting master's degree because a lot of people just go undergrad. And a lot of people were saying, "Oh, it's not worth it because of the cost and all that." But I did the calculations, and the time versus the cost, it's just not worth it. So I'm gonna go switch to my master's in the beginning of next year. But I'm happy that I've gotten one accounting unit done though. Like it's really helped me, like kind of get started on the accounting stuff because now I know a bunch of stuff like statement of profit and or loss, statement of something about retained earnings, and then the balance sheet, and then I know how to journal entries now, how to do journal entries. Well, basic journal entries. I definitely need more practice with it, but I got the general idea down. I just look, his ass is in the screen. But I got the basic accounting stuff down. I honestly, if somebody hires me as a to be a bookkeeper, I just need to brush up on bank reconciliations and to understand what BAS is. I think that's business activity statements. If I can get that down, if I can get bank reconciliations down, BAS lodgement, uh, get uh, one accounting software under my belt. I already have Recon under my belt, but that's not really recognized by a lot. I'm gonna try to do QuickBooks, MYOB, or Zero after this semester. So once the semester is done, I'm gonna go do a course or try to learn more about that so I can actually put it on my resume. And then brush up on my journal entries. And honestly, I think I could be a bookkeeper after that. I just need to. I've been looking for jobs, for bookkeeping, accounts clerk, accounts payable, accounts receivable jobs, and I'm not getting very good hits. I got a couple. I got one that I stupidly, I'm bashing myself up for this hard because I got one who called me for I think this is a payroll or accounts clerk position in their little wrecking business up in Brisbane. And stupid me, 'cause, I'm very fucking stupid. I didn't message them back because I looked at the shit and I was like, wow, I'm gonna be working in a storage container? Wow, I deserve more than that. Like the stupid fucking idiot I am. Like, what the fuck? What, uh, who the fuck am I to be picking what shit I'm gonna be doing? Like, I'm so fucking stupid, dude. Like, if I got that, I honestly think I could have easily got that, but I'm stupid. So I'm applying now. I also got, I got a phone call from another accounting firm earlier, in I don't know, a couple months ago, but they were looking for a full-time person, and I said that I was studying full-time. Honestly, if somebody hires me for a position that's related to accounting, I would do fucking full-time, dude. I don't even give a my voice just cracked again. God damn it. I don't even give a shit, dude. I'll scale back my studies to part-time. I'll work full-time in an accounting related position if somebody hires me. But right now I'm gonna be studying full-time because I really hate not having anything under my belt right now. I have some admin stuff. Other than that, though, I'm pretty fucking useless, and I hate not having anything on my resume. The stress that my lack of experience has brought to me as of late has been a lot, dude. Like, I've been extremely worried about having no experience at all, and I need to start building on that. And I'm just applying now every night. I apply to like 3 to 4 jobs, depending on how how much time I use on each application, and just looking for accounting stuff because those accounting clerks ones, it's pretty easy to get into them. I got a couple of callbacks, but one didn't want me, another one, I didn't message back. Yeah, so I'm just applying, alright? I'm just applying, getting my fucking experience because if I'm doing 2 degrees, I gotta make the most out of it. I don't want to do 2 degrees and have absolutely nothing to show for it. Because I do want to get to Big Four. I did have a connection with a Big Four accountant from Deloitte. They were supposed, I was supposed, I don't know, it was so confusing. They were supposed to call me, or I was supposed to call them. I was gonna go talk to them about, how to get into that, what I should be doing to make sure I get a Big Four grad offer. And I think he called me, right? And my phone was really far away. So as I was picking it up, he hung up. And then, I tried calling him back, but I think he may have turned off his, I don't know what happened. He turned off his phone or took out his SIM card because I couldn't call him back after. So, yeah, I was actually looking forward to that, because I had a lot of questions because I want to make it to freaking Big Four accounting. Do my 2, 3 years there, get my CA or CPA, and then go into industry or whatever the fuck. But yeah, I still need a lot though. Like, I think for this accounting thing, I've barely touched the surface. I find it hard sometimes, with the journal entries, and I think I gotta get that down path. So this summer in Australia, it's summer, It's gonna be summer coming. I'm gonna be focusing on that, right? I'm gonna be, even though I'm not gonna do summer shit, I'm gonna be focusing on building up my professional shit by getting familiarized with an accounting software, and just keep fucking applying. Surely I'll get a hit sometime. You know, like somebody has to be that desperate to hire me to be an accounts clerk, right? Somebody has to be. I mean, that's what I'm banking on. Okay, I think that might be it for this month's Talking What Is This Rain. I hope you enjoyed my guitar playing earlier. Gosh, Cyberpunk is it's such a disappointing game, dude. Like, it's not, well, it's not disappointing. I didn't have that high of an expectation with it, but the fact that you can see what it could have been, like just by what the game had, like, with Pacifica, it's kind of depressing, dude. And adding the fact that I can't have more quality time with Pan Am. It's fucking depressing. I don't think depressing is the right word for that, but it's disappointing. But God, when am I gonna get weaned off of fucking Pan Am, dude? This is actually, you should have seen me. I, I don't know, a week ago, dude. I was worse than this, dude. I'm kind of weaning off of my simpery for Cyberpunk. Hopefully, it ends soon because goddamn, dude. I, I go to fucking the Caldo's camp just to say, just to do that one dialogue option with Pan Am, because God, I really wish they would have, like at least GTA fucking did it, right? Like how you could call up Michael or Trevor. I freaking like those characters, and the fact that you could call them after the main story and just hang out with them, that made the game for me, dude. Like it really felt like the game didn't end in the actual ending. Like you could call Michael, Trevor, and fucking Franklin in the end. Like it made it makes the game so much better just by being able to interact with the main characters. And like even they added like a bunch of other stuff. Like if you play GTA right now, if you play the story, there's still so much other stuff that Franklin, Trevor, or Michael does that you've never seen before. Like recently, I watched a video, and apparently, if you switch to Trevor mid game, he does this motorcycle thing as a reference to a GTA 4 video, and it's gosh, I really hope I really hope CD Projekt Red pulls their shit together, dude, because I want to see more Pan Am, I want to see more Johnny Silverhand, and honestly, I want to see more Carrie Eurodyne, dude, and more of that Johnny Silverhand circle, Carrie, his old band, Denny, what's the other dude's name? Yeah, yeah, those guys, his old band. I want to see more of Johnny Silverhand and more of Pan Am in the upcoming DLCs. I swear to shit, if CDPR doesn't do it, I'm gonna be so fucking disappointed. God. Okay. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you enjoyed my guitar playing for the second time now. I don't think I'm gonna be doing another guitar thing. Maybe, an acoustic thing in the next one, maybe, I don't know, maybe. But this upcoming month should be a lot of videos coming out in the next month, alright? Because my workload's kind of decreased, I can coast now. I still have one exam left, and then after that, I'm done, right? So yeah, okay. I'll see you guys later. I hope you stay safe, and I hope that you have a great rest of the day. Oh, I'm actually going to be, in an hour or so, I'm going to be leaving to go watch the Many Saints of Newark movie, which is a Sopranos prequel, and I'm excited for that because this is the first time it's airing in Australia, and I really want to, yeah, I'm really keen for that because I've been watching The Sopranos. Like I finished The Sopranos a couple months ago, and that's like number two to Mad Men for me in terms of best TV shows of all time. Okay, I'm gonna go see Many Saints of Newark, and I'll see you guys later. Okay, right, goodbye, see ya.